All right, we are at Santana Row, the new Model Y right here. This is the launch edition, and I'm going to be going on my first drive, but also too full self-driving experience. So this is gonna be super awesome. Again, it's got the whole redesign. This car is also probably going to be the best-selling car in the world for the second year in a row. So super excited to do this. We also have the Insta360 up here, so we're gonna give you an outsider's perspective. I do have a camera hooked up over here. But yeah, so we're gonna get this started. So super excited, and let me know in the comments what you think. So something to notice is for the launch series, how this will turn on. Check that out. You can see it light up. So I actually haven't seen a metallic silver with the light bar. I've only seen the white one. That's the one that they have in Santana Row. But I just love the detail of the black on black here. You can just see it. It really just pops out. It almost feels like it's like a little wrap color inside. So super, super cool and exciting at the same time. It just, the light bar on the back of the Model Y just looks amazing. And as we know, this is all one piece and the light reflects to the ground. Yeah, super cool. What's up, everyone? John from Tesla Owners of Silicon Valley. We have a amazing opportunity today to try out the Model Y launch series. So this is something we've all been waiting for. There's been, rumors for months about the Juniper Model Y, and it's finally here. And as we know, Tesla has released a launch edition, which has a couple of unique things like the badging in the back. It has the new screen when it opens, along with, again, a lot of the badging and a couple of other interior updates. So this is my first drive. I want to drive it a little bit before I throw on FSD. So first off, I think just getting used to, I have a Cybertruck, right, and it's stockless. So I do love the idea that they brought back the stock, but it's an adjustment going from literally having nothing, because I'm used to pressing the button from the left or right. But I do just want to say, so let me just turn off the AC here. But man, this is, you can't hear anything. I have a big bus right outside here on the right, and you cannot hear anything as we're driving, as we speed up. You pretty much just hear the tires hitting the road and hearing like there's these little pots or like little tunnels underneath with the metal facings on top, but that's literally all you're hearing. So I'm gonna go make a right here. But yeah, as I'm driving, it's crazy how quiet this is. This reminds me again of the new Model 3 update, but this is even, this vehicle is different. It finally looks different, as we've seen. But yeah, you can just, and also too, driving a Cybertruck versus this is just, it feels quicker and it feels a lot lighter too. So, but yeah, this is just, going side to side here. Let's make a couple of turns up here. And then again, I'm reaching over for that blinker here. So I'm gonna accelerate a little bit through this turn. Yeah, that's just, you can feel it. But that's the thing that, I love about these Teslas, right, is that they are going to be heavier than a gas car, partially because of the battery, but it just means it's gonna hug the ground a little bit, but it's super quiet, and all you hear is the motor pumping, if that's even the correct term. And it's just moving fast. So I'm a huge fan of just, how this feels, the sound of it. You can just tell. This is just, see, I'm trying to hit that headlight right here. You can see the headlight button here, but I need to hit the blinker here. So again, that's an adjustment. But again, for most people, this is gonna be the best-selling car in the world probably for the second year. It's gonna be just them adjusting to that blinker versus me, who is already used to having a stockless experience. But yeah, And I believe that the Launch Series has the acceleration boost, right? So I think that's an additional value add that you get with this. Yeah, it's just great. I mean, I'm probably look like a ooh, yeah, that's, yeah, you can I don't know, it's just, there's just something about the just holding the wheel along with being able to just hit the pedal and just floor it. You can just really feel that. Yeah, you can't hear anything too. Yeah, this is just okay. Well, that's kind of like, so I think the overall experience is inside the cabin, you don't hear anything. Like, it's just, you just hear the road. So that's the big thing that you can feel. And then the second thing is just that you will notice the blinker here. So I'm already getting adjusted to it because my mind is just trained towards it. So I got in the left lane and I automatically hit that blinker. So that's going to be an adjustment or something, like, you know, to call out. But yeah, this vehicle just feels, you know, it feels sturdy. It feels just a lot different. I mean, again, I'm gonna open up the door here real quick. I mean, it just, yeah, I mean, it just feels a lot different. I mean, obviously I had two Model 3s, and, you know, in 2018. And so I had the long range and the performance Model 3. And again, you know, eventually I ended up getting 2 Model X's and a Cybertruck, and this just feels like a completely new vehicle. It just does not feel like the old one. So I know the Tesla engineering team has spent so much time to just make this thing as efficient as possible. And I believe the EPA estimate came out on the long range. I mean, this is going to be 5% more than the previous model. So yeah, so this is awesome. Okay, well, what we're gonna do is, let me just check real quick what version of FSD is in this bad boy. So we have, what is this? 13.2.8. So this is the latest one. And you guys know, so I actually, because I don't have a Model 3 or Model Y, I haven't experienced the park to park, so I assume that this should have it. If not, we know that V13 has been just such a game changer. So I'm not going to go into all the details of how it's been a game changer, because I'm, you know, obviously want to experience that. So we're going to put this into park real quick, and let's just pick, let's go to this Cruisante place. I'm just going to type that in. And then okay, so we're just going to hit this. All right. So I got in the right lane even. That was my fault. So now we're in full self-driving mode, and it's in standard mode right now, so it's not going to be in the hurry situation. But given this is a demo ride, we'll just stick it in standard range. But yeah, again, so now this is again, why do you buy a Tesla? It's because of this. It's because not only are you driving the safest vehicles, the quietest vehicles, but this will literally change your life. So, you know, I'm literally now going to be enjoying the ride and the experience. Been a minute since I've been to the Santa Clara side, and now, you know, it's just about experiencing that, right? So, hopefully we can get a couple of situations here, you know, that it can navigate through.
In 500 feet, turn left onto Benton Street.
So I'll probably turn that off. So let's just turn that off real quick. Again, making sure that yeah, let's just kill that. She talks nice, but we don't need her voice on this drive. So we're gonna make a left here. This is an unprotected left-hand turn. You don't see anyone over there, so it's made that turn perfectly. Is great. So I'm gonna use this and go up a little bit more, because the speed limit's 25, so I'm putting it up to 30 just to go a little bit more. And then typically I think that's where I personally have to hit the accelerator just to start to get it going. So it looks like we're also in a school zone. Okay, so we'll see what scenarios we go through with this. But I just love this whole experience. I feel like I can feel my sweat more than I can hear anything outside. So, but yeah, this is just, yeah, you can hear the AC more. I'm gonna have to turn this bad boy down. It's like, oh, turn it off auto. Ooh. That is great. All right, so we have a person just walking in the middle of the road. You can actually feel it bear out to the left a little bit, but she ended up going back there. All right, we have a stop sign, and this looks like a four-way stop. So we'll see if we end up having anyone coming. Looks like there's a scooter up there, but by the time we go through it, we may not have any action here. So looks like we got here before that Prius here on the right. So it's gonna allow me to go first, which I did have the right of way, so it did that extremely well. But yeah, I mean, it's actually kind of funny, right? It's like, here we are just driving, and these drives have become so good now that, you know, it's just you kind of want someone to jump out, but you don't really want them to, right? But you know, the drives have just become like, I mean, thank you for watching, but at the end of the day, it's like, you know, these drives can become a little boring sometimes, but I think that's the point, right? So hopefully, Tesla just released FSD in China, which is insane. And the way that they did it, they didn't have any training data in that like real world miles. Obviously they did some testing, but I believe Elon commented this morning that they essentially fed it videos from the internet. So look at this. So we have the construction car over here on the right, and then that car just stopped in the middle to make a left. So I was able to handle both of those. I wasn't sure what was going to happen. But yeah, that's how sophisticated the Tesla AI is able to handle all this stuff. The full self-driving is just being trained by real-world videos, and that's where it starts. And then now, you know, Tesla, I'm seeing a lot of videos on X of people just handling mountainous roads. So really excited for all of the Chinese owners. Hopefully they enjoy it. But you know, I was just in Malaysia, and they did not have FSD there. They only had enhanced autopilot. So this is all right. So we're gonna make a right here. We have also a couple of cars behind us. Looks like we've got a runner up here on the right as well. He's just gonna run past us. So you can kind of see how it's also making the decisions. It's looking at what is that runner gonna do, and then it makes a right, you know, just perfectly, and then gets in the left lane. So yeah, I'm just loving this. But yeah, so with China going release on the FSD, I think there was some rumors of there was regulatory issues, but either way, it's live now. So really excited for them, but really people in Singapore and Malaysia did not have access to this. So this is what separates it, on top of being such an amazing product. But this full self-driving technology is something I hope everyone can experience. All right, so we're gonna make a left here, and it looks like we may even get an opportunity to see a full U-turn. So we're gonna make a left here, get all the way in the left lane. So for me, it's even the clicking sound just sounds more firm. It's like the small details, it's just that just make this this vehicle just sturdy, I guess is the way to see it, right? I mean, it's just you just can't. I mean, I'm like trying to and this screens feel small. I'm used to like just like a freaking plasma TV compared to this thing in here. So yeah, this is just a really great experience. Really excited for people that are going to experience this. And I know, I believe in China, I think they're going to start deliveries. I don't know. I haven't heard of any. I think they're just in March. These things are going to go like hotcakes. But I know that they've just been releasing. So we're waiting for this person here to go. They were probably just looking at their phone or something. So we're gonna make a left here. And just look at this left turn. You see all of the whole experience, and it goes around that bump. That's awesome. All right, so we are going to get a U-turn here, which is pretty cool. All right, so we are going to do a full U-turn. There's no one over there, but it's gonna go all the way around. Wow, that was just perfect. Okay, so now we're gonna go into, we're gonna make a right into this shopping center. Not that I want a croissant, but okay, so check this out. So we're coming out, this car is backing out, and we're gonna see, oh, it's all right, it's telling me to go, and the funny thing is I was just about to hit the accelerator, but you know, it was able to realize that that car stopped. Okay, so I'm at my destination now. We're gonna pick a new one and probably head back towards the Santana Row. But yeah, overall, just such an amazing drive. So let's end this. Let's go back to, I'm just gonna pull over here real quick. I wanna make sure I'm, just type in Santana, just keeping an eye around me. Okay, let's just find Santana Row, hit that. And what I'm gonna do here is, here, I'm gonna hit this brake real quick. Okay, so I assume I hit this, and then, wow, hit the button and we're going here. And the insane thing is that we're literally in a parking lot, right? So as you know, if you have access, look, we got a bank and we're gonna go through this, I guess. So we will see. We may have to bail on this. Here, let's see. I'm gonna pull up the front camera. I'm gonna hit the accelerator. All right, I think we're good. I mean, this is good. So I'm gonna keep hitting the accelerator here. I can see it. I'm hitting the acceleration. You can even see, jeez. So I don't recommend everyone should do that for their demo ride. But yeah, that thing just navigated. It did have, you know, I was pushing on the accelerator just to have it go through. But that was insane. So we're gonna have to make sure that the 360 gets that. But yeah, that was just crazy. Okay, so what's crazy here is we're making a right and you have these vehicles right here. And it's just going, I mean, guys, like we're living in the future here. This is just, again, this is also partially new to me. I'm not sure if I'm doing the full park to park the right way, but again, with the Model 3 and Model Y, it's just amazing. And again, on the Cybertruck, it can navigate through parking lots as well. Ever since they released the whole actual Smart Summon, you know, I've done, my Model X has AS, and so, you know, I've gone to Costco and I've tried that. And it's crazy what it's able to handle with people on a Sunday afternoon at the San Jose Almaden Costco. All right, so this is also really cool. So this is something, you know, that the Cybertruck has, is the front-facing camera here. So we're gonna make a left here, and this is not, it looks like it's just a full left-hand turn. And then again, just see that, obviously the blinker. That's one thing I'll say. The blinker coming up on the screen, that was something I asked Elon to do on X, and he did it. So something we see. All right, so what's interesting here is, again, you get this on the Cybertruck. This is the front-facing camera. So I'm really happy they did that, because even when I was going through that really squishy situation right here, so this is really interesting. We have a dude literally setting up cones or picking up cones for construction, and it knew to go over. That's great. It's able to read what's in front of it and just go around it. But yeah, so in the Cybertruck, you have this front-facing camera, and it's really just a great utility just to see what's in front of you and stuff. So, yeah, this is awesome. Love it. All right, so we're gonna make a right up here, and it's able to, that was just a whole area of like no parking or no stopping, and it was able to continue to, again, go into the right lane. So we're gonna get in the right lane. It's gonna peek out. I see nothing. Yep, and it's gonna go. Wow. Wherever you are, if you're in a major city, so we're gonna get in the left lane here. This on the Accords going a little bit faster than we are, so it might be delayed in getting over. But wherever you are, you really need to get in one of these Model Ys, check it out, especially if you own one. I personally, again, I bought 2 Teslas last year, so I do not need one. I think Lars just also dropped that they're a new Model S and X are coming later this week or later this year. So, you know, I'm not gonna say, yeah, I don't think I need another Tesla, but all I can say is the Model Y this is just such an amazing drive. And this is not just hyping this. I mean, you guys are watching this as I'm driving. You see the 360 camera. I'm not making this stuff up. This is literally taking me here, and you can see my hands are not on the wheel. Obviously, I'm being fully alert and ready to take over. And again, I'm literally in a demo drive. I wouldn't typically go, especially being in a brand new car, but going through that very tight situation where they had the ATM machine, you know, again, FSD was able to handle the whole thing with a little bit of interventions. But I'm probably one of those people that I will push FSD to the limits, because I've also been driving in it for, has it been 4.5 years? So as you know, I was the first public beta tester. So it was just pretty crazy to see, you know, how this stuff has gone from the first release to now. All right. Well, yeah, so this is, again, I'm gonna, I may take this through, I may take this through, oh, that's how you do it. See, I'm still getting used to just pulling it. There's this little bar here that kind of goes in and out. It's telling me to pay attention, as I should. So, let's go to Santana Row. I want to take it through the main strip. Which it looks like it may not be taking me there. So I'm probably gonna drop a pin in front of the Tesla shop. And then let's just fix this. Get it going straight. Okay. But yeah, this is great, guys. I mean, again, I think Tesla, the thing that you will see that is just different than any other company is that they see something, they may see an industry standard, they take it, they tear it down, and then they start all over. We saw it with the rear folding seats in the back of the Model Y. It folds up in 4.5 seconds. The industry standard is 7 seconds. So they saw that, and I believe it was Nathan, the vehicle engineer that we had the discussion with. I believe it was in January. He came in to Santana Row and had that discussion with us. He said that they looked at the industry standard and they pretty much reinvented the whole wheel. So I think that's the thing that you will get with Tesla versus any other company, is that they don't really care about what the bar has been. They'll take that and they will make it better if they can. So we're gonna see this. So it should be able to go through the main strip and then go through the back. We'll see. Oh, hold on, is this? Yeah, so this should be through the... All right, so look at this. We have a dude running in the middle of the road. I see it let up, and then we even have a car here. So they're dumping off these Audis across the street. But you can see that it was also able to react to that. Cool. So what we're gonna do is we're gonna go to this place called Pizza Annika, and it should be able to. I think it's even gonna do a U-turn, or go through the back. It might be going to the back of it. But what I want it to do is I want it to handle that main strip of Santana Row and see if any people are coming around. And who knows, maybe we'll hit it a couple times. But overall, this has just been such a great drive. I mean, this is. And the thing is that, you know, where I'm partially jealous, you know, again, my family situation, I need bigger vehicles for my family. But the 3 and the Y are the mass volume production cars, and that's even before the Cybercab and potentially other vehicles that they are going to be releasing later this year. But, you know, this is where, I mean, again, they're focused on all the vehicles, but smashing full self-driving, getting it to where it needs to be for the Cybercab, these are the vehicles that they're focused on, this size. Again, they'll be able to do it with the rest of the fleet, but we know that these are the focus points. All right, so we're gonna make a right here. We're hitting a red light potentially. So it looks like it's, yeah, it just hit red. We're gonna be making a right here. No one is going. You can't make a U-turn there, so it was able to see that. And then we need to get over to the left lane, so let's see it do that. Awesome. Speed bump, look at that. Slowed down, and we have 2 people up here coming through. So this is just, that's great. All right, so we're gonna keep going here. Okay, so then we have, no one's coming, but there is a speed bump. And yeah, you can kind of see the sign in the thing, but yeah, so we're gonna be making a left here, or it should be, I think it might be going to the back side of it, but either way, it's all good. I wanted to see, so we're at a full complete stop here, no one's coming around. Yeah, it looks like we're gonna go to the back of it. So I'm gonna redo this. Ooh, hello. Went into the wrong side of the road, but that's why you have to be alert. So it did take us to the back of that. All right. So there was no one on that side, but again, that's where it's still supervised, right? Okay. So let's see, let's just do, let me end that. Okay, so we'll just do, let's go to Valley Fair real quick. We'll just have it go across and see how it does. Exam. All right, cool. So we're just gonna go there and then we'll come back and then that will wrap it up. So we're just gonna put this in. All right. So we're gonna be making a right here. All right, I do not see anyone out there, so it's just gonna keep going. So as I'm driving again, so I see all these people. Again, we have a stop here, so not really anything we have to deal with. But we're gonna go, it looks like straight. We're gonna have to think. Oh, it looks like we're gonna make a left. I thought I was getting in the wrong lane, but yeah, I think, all right, so looks like we just missed the light. But yeah, overall, it's just been, it's handled things really well. Obviously, that last situation, those things do happen. That's why you have to be alert and you have to be ready to take over. I probably should have, it was probably more on me than anything else. I probably should have taken over, but also too, I thought we were going to the back, so I didn't realize that there was 2 lanes there. But all that to say is that the Model Y is just doing such a great job. With FSD, we've been driving over probably, what is this? Check the camera here. How long has it been recording for? I can't even see it because of partially the crack from, but it's been about 25 minutes. And again, I probably did about 10 minutes of those driving myself. But it's been perfect. And again, this vehicle, you see all these cars going by. I'm only able to hear the blinker. You can hear some of the exhaust. It's kind of funny, right? It's like you kind of underappreciate. I was able to hear that Subaru. It's got that big exhaust in the back. But yeah, so you can hear some of the things going by, but they have done such a great job to just remove all of the noise. But yeah, so I'm just really impressed with FSD. Really impressed with the build quality of this vehicle. I love the acceleration boost. It definitely, for this size of a vehicle, I mean, it doesn't feel like a Model 3 performance, but it's also, this is not the Model Y performance, which I know they'll probably be releasing at some point this year. All right, so we're gonna make a left here. There were still cars actually in the middle of the road. They went through a red light. Okay, so we're gonna make a left here and then do a right. Just go in here. All right, we're at a four-way stop. Not too busy right now. And then we'll just have it go around. So this is kind of like a half speed bump. So I wonder, is it, wow, it saw it. It slowed up for it. It was like almost like half the size of the road. So I'm really happy that I was able to see that. So we got another four-way stop here. An ambulance is going by on the right-hand side, so you can hear that. But again, that's... Yeah, also too, you know, something that's underappreciated. So we're gonna make a right here. Something that's underappreciated is the Tesla seats. Like, this feels as comfortable. It may feel actually more comfortable than my Model X. And see, these people weren't sure, so you could see it kind of jerk there because it was reacting to whether or not they were coming out. All right, so here we are. I'm just gonna have it go back to Santana Row. Let's go back to Pizza Annica. I'm going to stop it before it makes that one turn, just because I'm gonna end the ride, but we're just gonna head back there. So this lady's crossing the street. We're coming to a stop here. Lady's coming out, but it's gonna keep going. All right, so we're gonna make a left here. But yeah, so I think, you know, the seats are really, like, I feel like I could sit in this a long time. And that's, again, I believe, was it, there was some other video that came out recently where they were talking about how the Cybercab is going to be able to do road trips, and how obviously at some point, you know, they'll transition into the mobile charging. But, you know, it's gonna be just crazy to think, you know, I'm gonna be at Kettleman City and then I'm gonna see a whole area of just like mobile chargers with these Cybercabs, just charging, and just, you know, like 2 people vehicles just driving around, right? Imagine hailing an Uber and driving it to LA. So, all right, we're gonna make a left here. All right, so that car, that light blue Bronco, and then it came out, and there was no one else coming after that. One thing I have noticed in the latest updates, and this has probably been a thing for a minute, but because the Cybertruck took a while to get FSD on it, it took about 6 months to come out, 6 to 8 months after the vehicle. I had gotten it. I got it in February of last year. But one thing I was going to say is that the Model Y, or the FSD now, is it does a good job accelerating right out, as it especially goes into lights and even comes out of lights. So like if you go through a stop, as we're going to hit, in this situation, we're gonna, looks like we're gonna go down further, which I guess is fine. We'll just let this drive. But as you come out of lights and as you go into lights, it feels like it speeds up a little bit just so that it can get through the light. And again, it partially comes down to, you know, what, if you're driving in standard, hurry. I forgot what the middle, maybe, here, let me just check here. What is autopilot? What are the different ones? So yeah, chill, standard, and hurry. So I'm typically in hurry, but standard has been actually pretty good. But yeah, and I love these new steering wheels, by the way. I think, you know, there was, like in my Cybertruck, for example, I know that there was an issue with the bubbling at the top, but I think that they've adjusted from that. I don't think that this is going to have an issue. But again, you know, Tesla is constantly reiterating, and when there is an issue, they handle it. Yeah, this is just, it's great. Again, so I think overall, what do you need to know when you get into the new Model Y? If you're just stepping into it for the first time, obviously the simplistic design, the fact that this car can drive, the quietness of it, that's gonna freak you out. That just the clear amount of, or the amount of cabin noise is completely reduced. You are going to probably like the blinker here as well. And the one thing I will say that I love about Tesla is, you know, sometimes they'll implement something and it may not necessarily be the best thing down the road, but they gave it a shot. So one of my biggest issues, even actually in my Model X, was the horn. So I'm gonna honk, and you can just honk. Wow, you actually couldn't even hear the honk. That's funny. But I loved how they moved the front noise back to that part right here, because that's just your gut reaction. You want to hit it if someone's going to hit you. But in the Model X, you got to press a button, which that's a little scary, because sometimes it's too late at that point if you need to like let someone know to like watch out. But yeah, you couldn't even hear that. That's wild. What's up? They want to be in the camera. All right, so all right, cool. So it actually looks like we're gonna make a left here, and we'll see if we can. We're gonna be going through the main part of this, so we'll see if we can handle any of the how it handles making a left-hand turn in kind of like a whole shopping center. And if you're familiar with Santana Row, this is like the premier spot for all of the Bay Area to just come to shop, fine dining, all that stuff. All right, so we're gonna make a left here. There's really no one around in this situation, so we're gonna make a left, and then I'm going to disengage. But yeah, so I think that's just the big thing is the build quality. So we're gonna disengage here. The build quality is amazing. The fact that this comes with FSD, and again, it's, you know, park to park, is just going to be a game changer as well. So not only can you feel the build quality, but just the cabin noise, it's been reduced. I just honked the horn, and you can hear it outside more than you can hear it inside. Like, I could kind of hear it echo down there, but you know, really you can't hear it at all. And just the interior, again, I'm glad they kept the blinker here. I think that clearly this update was, I believe it was something they got a lot of feedback on it. That's why they brought it back. So if you are going from like a Cybertruck or a Model S X and getting in the Y, that will be kind of an adjustment. But it's something, like I said, it's the same thing with the Cybertruck when you adjust to the steer-by-wire and some of the other big updates in there, the four-wheel steering, you get used to it pretty quickly. So we're gonna be making a left here. And I'm gonna pull over there just because I wanna take off my 360. But yeah, really, really happy about this drive. And I'll give some recaps when I get out of the car. Cool. Okay, so one thing I just wanted to do, I had to put back the 360 on top, was just the auto park. So as you know, right, I think Tesla released actual Smart Summon, or what is known as ASS, and then they already had very smart summons, but when they released that, they were able to connect everything. So literally, if you're driving, you can see it will mark all of the parking spots on both sides, and all you do is you wait till you see the park. And so we're just gonna go down a couple here, and you know what, let's select this one. Okay, I'm gonna stop, and then I just select this one, and it says auto park ready, and I'm gonna hit start. And so again, I release my hands from the wheel, and then it's gonna back up all the way. So look at that, it's just going all the way back. Look at that. All right. So it's literally, yeah, it parked. All right, so we're gonna do that one more time, but that was perfect. And let's go do it. We're gonna go stop by a car real quick and just see if we can get in between two cars. Maybe. Depends on how busy it is. Okay, yeah, let's go ahead and do this one. So I'm going around here, and again, you can see it. So I'm gonna go up here and on the left up here. Let's see if it can. All right, so I see the park here. I'm gonna hit park. Oops. So it's trying to find it. It literally had it. Okay, let's go here. Let me see. We can always try to go and find a different spot. I'm gonna try to come back and go. I want to go in that spot. I'm gonna be stubborn, and I'm gonna go around, and we're gonna hit that spot. All right, so let's go back. It had it. So I think that's something that potentially, you know, it needs to be able to see. So, okay, so let's go here. Just gonna wait. Okay, if not, it's all good. Let's see. It's not able to see it. All right, but what we're gonna do, we're gonna select this one instead. Center the steering wheel. Start. Oh, so actually we actually got what I wanted. All right, so you can see it's gonna back into it. It's got these two cars here, and we're gonna go in between these two vans. So the majority of the time, it's gonna be able to find the spot that you want. I think in this situation, it's a little bit hard. We're in a closed spot, but I was still able to get in between these two big trucks, and it did it perfectly. That's great. Awesome. Okay. All right, so one of the other things that I just wanted to highlight real quick too is actually Tesla just released this deceleration. You can go reduced or standard, and this will give you a really similar experience if you have a gas car. Obviously, I find it, I personally loved the old Regen and how much it stopped because I was not pressing on the pedal as much. But this, if you press reduced, you'll get more of that kind of like gas car experience. And then if you go standard, it'll be probably similar to how every Tesla is right now. But just something to note, again, this is a big update, especially for people who complained about that initial adjustment to the Regen braking, or what is called deceleration. So I just finished about probably like a 20-minute drive in the Model Y. I took it, not only I did a manual drive, I did a full self-driving whole experience. And honestly, Tesla has just knocked it out of the park with this updated Juniper Model Y. They have just done such a great job with the build quality. You can't even hear anything in the cabin. I honked the horn. You literally just hear other people's exhaust pipes, but again, it's a dull kind of sound. And also too, you can just tell by the build quality. Like when you, even from basic things of just like closing the door, looks like I have it unlocked or locked right now, but either way, when you close it, you can just hear it slam, and it just looks and feels a lot sturdier. I love the brand new design. Again, the back screen in the back of the Model Y, the rear folding seats, this incredible light bar right here, right? They've just done this reflective light bar here. Tesla has just done such a great job. And then what makes these vehicles special? It's the fact that they can drive themselves. That's what Tesla is all about, right? They make the best and safest vehicles, but the fact that these vehicles can drive themselves is just amazing. So let me know in the comments what you think. Hopefully you enjoyed this drive as much as I did. I've been waiting to do this. I was out of the country last week with the Tesla Takeover Asia. So yeah, just let me know in the comments what you think. And obviously as these get on the road, we'll see how not only they perform sales-wise, but also too with FSD coming out. The front-facing camera obviously adds a new dynamic as well. Kind of gets that Cybertruck vibe of just being able to drive and seeing what's in front of you. We got a good experience of that in front of that bank where it was that super enclosed area. But either way, I'm going on a rant now. But the Model Y is just an amazing vehicle. Hopefully you test drive it. I'm gonna put a link down in the comments so that you can go ahead and demo any of these. So hopefully you enjoyed this, and let me know what you think if you go on a test drive as well.